Hello and welcome to the Weekly Outlook. Again in focus next week we've got the ECB with Mario Draghi speaking, and we've also got a few alerts and little bits happening with the US dollar and the Canadian as well. So we're going to go through the calendar and mark up which ones we're going to trade and which currency pairs we're going to be looking at. The first day, Monday, there's not really anything. We have got German IFO business climate coming out on the euro at 9 a.m. It's expected to come out slightly better. The euro at the moment has been in this consolidation pattern due to the Greek bailout, which has now not come to a finish, but they've been approved a 4-month extension, so it's going to be back in sort of now. It's going to be sort of that sort of time where things really start getting heated up again. But by no means is there a solution to the problem at the moment. So the euro, I'd expect it to return back to its fundamental bearish trend, but with spikes up on any good data. So 9 a.m. we've got the euro German IFO business climate. If that comes in better and we manage to get a spike back up to 11.4, 11.420, then it's going to be worth adding sell positions at that price. Okay, but moving through to Tuesday, we've got the ECB. We've got Mario Draghi speaking on Tuesday, and we've also got Mario Draghi speaking again on the Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. So both of those are going to be interesting events. Just listening to what he's got to say. If there's any inclination of any further QE, or interest rates falling any further, although some of the data has been coming out slightly better on the euro, but we're going to be keeping an eye on that. But the price really hasn't changed of where I'm looking to enter. You can see the top of this trading range here. It's very strong resistance at this area. Even during good events, good news coming through regarding Greece, it was unable to break through this point here. So this is going to be where I'm going to be looking to add sell positions here at the moment. Okay, so Tuesday and Wednesday are going to be looking out for that. Obviously, at 3 p.m. we've got US dollar Fed Chair Yellen testifies as well. Now this is going to be a sort of a bit of an outlook on their monetary policy. We have had some slightly dovish comments from their last FOMC meeting, so reiterate some of those things, and I should imagine she's probably going to reiterate the fact that they're going to keep rates lower for longer. However, what we will be looking for is for any sort of forward guidance regarding rates and any hawkish comments which could weigh on some of these currency pairs as well. The other one as well in focus, although there's not much data out on it at the moment, is the Aussie dollar. That also a currency pair which has recently had a rate cut. You can see there how we have predicted that from way back here in January, predicting that the price there for the rate cut down here, which it just fell short of, but still expecting that to play out. At the moment, again, this has got a very similar pattern to the euro. Market's a little bit sort of undecided regarding this Greek thing. Things aren't really playing out fundamentally as they should do. It's more of a geopolitical sort of map being shown on the charts at the moment. But once that comes to an end, then the fundamentals should take back hold, and we should start to see this Aussies drop further. I certainly don't expect this to get any higher than 8,000. So adding sell positions on the way up is going to be fine. So any good news on the US dollar is going to aid that to come down. Also, a falling oil price as well is also weighing on the Aussie dollar at the moment. So keep an eye on oil. At the moment, it's just hanging around the $50 to the barrel level crude. So we'll just have a quick look at that. But it is trying to break through there again. It's been down a couple of times through there. It does look like it's gonna hit back down to $44 a barrel over the coming week. So that's going to weigh on the Aussie dollar as well. The other one that's going to weigh on is the Canadian. Now the Canadian in focus recently, they've also had a rate cut, and the falling oil prices have caused this big rally on the Canadian US dollar Canadian dollar at the moment. The BOC Governor Pollers is speaking at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. Going to keep an eye on what he's going to say there. If there's any forward guidance about further rate cuts, which there may well be, we had a very, very poor retail sales figure come out on Friday, which helped start this rally off. Then we could see that rally up much further. But I've certainly got a target of 13,000 this year for the US dollar Canadian dollar. Okay, so that's really what we're going to be looking for Tuesday and Wednesday. Mario Draghi and the euro, the Fed Chair Yellen pulling down any weaker currencies when they speak, i.e. the Aussie dollar, the euro. and maybe pushing up the Canadian. And then BOC, Governor Polos, speaks at 7 p.m. on Tuesday. And then moving through to Wednesday, we've got the Draghi thing happening. We've still got Fed Chair Yellen testifies again. We've got HSBC flash manufacturing PMI on China. This will also affect the Aussie dollar as well. If it comes in weaker, then we expect the Aussie dollar to fall slightly on that one as well. Wednesday, we've got the trade balance of the New Zealand dollar on Wednesday evening at 9:45. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. Not really expecting to trade that though. And then the Aussie dollar, we've got capital expenditure. This is actually expected to fall. So again, we'll be looking for that further downside in the Aussie dollar by the end of the week. We've got targeted LTRO data coming out on Thursday from the euro. Again, hopefully we'll already be in that trade, and we'll just be able to ride those positions through. And then we've got, most importantly, on Thursday, we've got the core CPI for the US and Canadian dollar. The Canadian dollar CPI is still expected to be minus, below zero, and the US dollar CPI is actually expected to drop month on month, but core CPI year on year is expected to rise 0.1%. So unemployment claims as well, also expected to rise. There's going to be some mixed data. They're very tight, very close to the previous figures though, so it could go either way. So we've got to keep an eye out on that. We've got second estimate GDP on the pound on Thursday. Now the pound really not looking to be in big focus next week, but we have had excellent wage growth in the UK, but we've also had some dovish comments from some of the hawkish members of the MPC, which have weighed on the pound slightly last week. But if you look at the 4-hour chart, you can see it's just stepping nicely, and it's just playing out this prediction here. We had that area consolidation, and then we've had the rise. We didn't quite get the pullback that I wanted to see on the CPI reading, but then we've had the rally. So looking at 15,500 for the target, initial target for next week, and then extended target. I'm looking for it to rally back up to 16 over the coming weeks. Okay, so that's pretty well much it. Going through to Friday, we've got the New Zealand dollar again. Not that interested in the New Zealand dollar. We've got prelims GDP quarter on quarter on the US dollar on Friday, but hopefully a lot of these trades will already be in, and it would just be a matter of tidying up, taking profits, and moving stop losses by the end of the week. Okay, that's it from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week.